They're humble. Got a lot of things going in the positives for them.
Great opportunity for Manti Desai and Rohit Paudel to build this culture for the generations to follow. And Nepal needs it after people like Paras Khadka have just moved through. This is the time for this generation to build on something special.
This is well bowled. No room, good length, and it's a dot.
Very clever from James Neesham. He rolled his fingers over the ball. It was a leg cutter type delivery, which just held on the surface. Eskenazi found the ball coming to him ever so slowly. It was into the... She almost played 3 shots for that ball and then had to defend it in the end.
Pulled away. And pulled away in the gap. It's 2 boundaries in this over off of Jimmy Neesham, and it's Eskenazi who gets them both times. It's the end of the 5th. Correction, there's 1 more delivery to come. There was a wide on that first delivery.
Yeah, that'll break the shackles a little bit. This time it was pace on, and Eskenazi liked it. Comfortable waist high shot. And he had so much time that he pulled it well in front of mid-wicket for 4.
Played into the leg side again, and it should just be a single. It will be the end of the 5th now, 30 for 1.
Pond Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
NPL वा आफ्नो मनपर्ने टिमको एन्थमलाई आफ्नो PRBT सेट गर्नु भयो त डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123*6#.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Really starting to move towards the business end of these group stages. 28 matches make them up. And remember, only 4 from 8 can continue towards that grand final on Saturday, the 21st of December. Back into the team. Mohammed Mohsin, and rightly so. I think he's been one of the picks of the tournament. You won't see him towards the top of the wicket takers charts. You may not see his numbers anywhere but the economy stakes, but I think he's been quite brilliant. The leg spinner, still the best economy in the tournament apart from Harmeet Singh, but he's only bowled 4 overs, so we're not going to count that. As I welcome and wish a warm good afternoon to HD Ackerman.
And it is a warm good afternoon. Sun's out. Needs a few runs, the Englishman. Eskenazi. Shot, nice stroke. It's a very crowded cover region, but he still manages to find the gap there, does Bimsharki.
Yeah, I think Bimsharki for me is a very good ODI player. And we saw him play an ODI-esque innings yesterday. 31 off 40. Today he was none off 8 in kind of a higher scoring T20s. You think he's already hurt the team significantly with that. And that's outside the off stump, so not going to be given out. But if he can catch up, if he can play an innings again of 40 off 40 or 45 off 50, that's a good contribution to the team. Again, we don't quite know what the par score is going to be this afternoon. Gone. All too easy. He's been found out by the wrist spin. It's turned sharply, stuck in the surface a touch. He's so skillful, Mohammed Mohsin. And he's got another wicket to his name.
This is the amount of variations that Mohsin has. He hasn't spun a lot of balls this over, but this one is the big spinning left-hand leg spinner. And he can barely reach it. That is as simple as they come. And all of a sudden, the Gurkhas are 2 down. A few balls for his 4. Bim has to go. 35 for 2.
Oh, what a beauty. What a beauty to close out the 6th over on the power play. It's 35 for 2.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आएको रकम
वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट जहाँ पनि रमपम छँदैछ नि रमपम छँदैछ नि
to the mix. Raj Banshi to bowl his 3rd, given. The question was height, but he's so deep in the crease. Trapped deep, Stevie Eskenazi. The wickets, they keep tumbling.
And so often, it's the one that goes straight on rather than the big spinner. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm giving that out as well. And I think you're spot on, Lenny. It's how deep he is in the crease. The ball doesn't have a long way to travel once it hits him on the thigh. He's disappointed. He's got another start. Eskenazi goes for 17. The Gurkhas, they're in trouble here in the power, outside the power play. 35 for 3.
Well, there's a reason why I describe Lalit Narayan Rajbanshi as the premier left-arm spinner in the country. And that is not a mantle you win easily because of the quality of left-arm spin here in Nepal. I think we've seen 19 now, 19 local players who bowl left-arm spin. And Rajbanshi, for me, yet again showing why he's the best of them. All formats too, T20 and ODI. He's so skillful, and as you rightly said, he so often beats the batter on the inside. I think this is a good decision.
Yeah, I don't even think that's hitting the bails. I think it's hitting underneath the bails, middle and leg.
Sumit Maharjan to the crease. He's had a decent little tournament. That one now rags.
Now this is what he does to you. He bowls one that he tries to spin, and it spins big. And then you look for the spin, and he undercuts it, and it goes straight on, and it hits you straight on the shin bone.
Edged. Thank you very much. Off you go. Rajbanshi again. Get out the trademark. Celebration. Point the fingers to the sky. He's on fire, and the Bolts springing back into life after their first defeat yesterday.
Just a classic left arm orthodox dismissal. Watch how the ball dips. He gets lovely flight, but the ball almost falls off the end of a table. And he now goes to the very top of the table and richly deserved as our highest wicket taker. Maharajan goes for 0, bowled by the very impressive Rajbansi again, 35 for 4.
Rashid Khan to the crease. That one was really tossed up. This is the classic left arm orthodox dismissal. It's the drift into the right-hander, then the dip, the turn away, and catches at first slip off spinners do not come any easier. Anil Shah gleefully holds on. Maharajan's gone for a 3-ball duck. And it's so nearly 35 for 5, but it's a double wicket maiden. The score is 35 for 4.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम
Welcome to IME Pay Wallet. IME Pay भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट.
I dare to overcome every...
Both Nepal players, both for the Bolts, 10 wickets apiece. And then in third place, or joint third place, Pratish GC. So the local bowlers and the local batters. Remember, Rohit Paudal's top of the table, showing the overseas stars how to do it here in these conditions at the TU.
But again, it highlights if you want to be near the top of the table as a team, you need a strong bowling department. Runs is pretty, but your bowlers, they win you tournaments. There's no doubt about it.
And somewhere in a team hotel, Rohit Paudal is nodding his head in agreement. He says, tell me all about it. We've got 270, we've taken 7 wickets, and my team are already out of the comp with a game to go. The real problem now for the Gurkhas here is that, yes, we know Erasmus is a world-class player, but Mohammad Mohsin is just going to keep it so tight in these middle overs. How does he approach it? All he can do for the moment is knock it around for ones.
I had a brief discussion with Gerard Erasmus at the close of play yesterday, and I asked him why he didn't implement his strong stroke of the sweep. And he said, look, I thought about it. He said, but I've actually developed this shot over the top of the bowler's head, just a little punch down the ground that I'm playing really well lately, and it ended up leading to my dismissal. And my response to him was, it just might not have been the surface to be going down the ground, and rather to implement your cross-bat sweep shots. He needs to spend some time at the wicket though, Gerard Erasmus. Just a brief amount. 8 gone, 39 for 4.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्. तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स, खुलेर जियौं.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha. Your way of quality living.
third win to apply that pressure on the sides currently occupying the top 4 places. We're not going to see Rajbanshi continue, which for me, I'm not sure if I agree with it, to be honest. He was in such rhythm, just keep him going. Instead, we'll see our Nico Yadav, who's very much a utility player, handy runs at the end. And Bodie's kind of slingy left arm orthodox, and in for his 3rd match now today. You'd almost love a montage, wouldn't you, of all the different left arm spinners, because no 2 of them are even really close to the same.
It's a nightmare for a newcomer to Nepal because I just keep mixing them all up. I don't know which one's which. But this is a very indifferent action. Majority of the time the ball will just slide on with the arm, but every now and again you might find, a bit like the great Indian left arm spinner Ravi Jadeja, who undercuts the ball, every now and again one might just grip here and spin.
There is that strong sweep, looking for the slog sweep, and that one did turn. And also, because he's coming so wide of the crease, because of that really wide arm action, have a look at where this comes from. Angles in, bites, turns away. This time it's a drag down and helped away to the shorter side. That'll be 4. Erasmus gets his first boundary.
You've got to be nimble on your feet here, not only coming down the wicket, but when you go back and across to try and play this pull shot, you need to get into position quickly so that you can pick the gap out on the leg side. Erasmus does it all.
This time, down the ground. 2 boundaries in the over. Nice little counter punch from the Gurkhas, led by Erasmus. It's 48 for 4.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन delightful.
That's the googly and a misfield. That'll get Erasmus back on strike. We look at the points table here, HD. Are the sides beneath the Gurkhas cheering on Janakpur here in a big way?
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt, every single team behind the Gurkhas is saying, come on, the Bolts. Because if the Bolts do win this, that's where he's smart. He gets that fine now. He says, run hard, run hard. A little misfield, and we've seen a lot of those. Gets them through for 3. Yep, if the Bolts win this, it's still anyone's game to get into that sort of 4th and 3rd position.
Yeah, and the only side that continues to be out of the reckoning is the Lumbini Lions. Yes, Sandeep Lamachani and Kevin O'Brien's kings of it all to do, but in theory, they can win their last 2. They'll need to win them by big margins as well and try to get into a tie on 6 points. For the Avengers, with that super over win, there'll definitely be hope, particularly with the form of Andreas House. He's an incredible ball striker, isn't he?
I thought he was off and running again today. Got a start. He'll entertain us again, there's no doubt about it, but for the Avengers, they've got some other players now who found some form. Reefer, player of the match performance.
Well, Reefer did it all, not just in normal time, in extra time too, in the stoppage over, or in the extra, the super over even. 17 runs, and then the hero with the ball gets us to the halfway stage of The first innings of the second game of the day. Time for a drink for all the players. The Gurkhas, having won the toss, decided to bat first. They're 54 for 4.
तर यो जित्ती दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जित्ती दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
आजका मोडर्न गर्लको कन्फिडेन्टको एउटा आधार सफ्टी स्यानिटरी न्यापकिन्स विङ्स टु फ्लाइ हाई मिल्दोजुल्दो नामसँग नझुकिनुहोला पातको चिन्ह भएको सफ्टी नै रोज्नुहोला
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
सिटिजन लाइफको क्रिटिकल केयर प्लस लिएको छु जसले रोग लागेको थाहा हुने बित्तिकै 50 लाखसम्मको औषधि उपचार खर्च दिन्छ
त्यो उपचार खर्च अब सिटिजन लाइफले गर्छ
Nepal Medicity Hospital, world-class healthcare services, accessible and affordable for all, for a healthy and prosperous nation.
DHI Happier Home, today sahi.
Interfresh, freshness that bonds.
Himstar for a complete home.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs ले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
Himstar for a complete home.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
DHI Happier Home, today sahi.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Scored 40 in the chase a couple of days ago that got them the win. And that's been the problem. You need one batter to stand up, stand out, and hold fort in the middle. They've not had batters getting the runs for them.
Yeah, correct. But I think they've somehow got to try and get to that 120 mark. I think that's part, surely, on these. I know we saw some lower scores yesterday. But the key is wickets in hand. But the 4 down already, the Gurkhas, and they need a partnership. This partnership's already 19 from 21. It needs to be there for at least another 3, 4, 5 overs, and then they can hit at the end and somehow get around that 120 mark.
That's nicely struck. Just use the depth of the crease. Deep point and position. Yeah, we saw 139 in the earlier match. Scores of 11 went into a super over. So as you rightly said, Darren Goff, 120 should be a score you should keep in mind.
Yeah, I think so. But like I say, you look at the scores as the games went on yesterday. The first games were 123, played 51, and then it was a 103, plays 85. So low scores as the game went on. So it'll be interesting how this plays.
Yeah, and that's why, as you mentioned, this partnership is important for them. Rashid and Erasmus. Erasmus can bat. He needs support at the other end.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think at the start of the innings, you win the toss and you bat, and you try and say, look, let's try and get a good base. Let's keep some wickets in hand. But 120's got to be the target.
No, you need to bowl good balls. Come on.
Something to bowl at 120. You can defend it. You know, you can put pressure on them in the power play. The opposition has to come out and get a good start.
He's bowled well. Just the 3 runs. He's a very fine competitor. Sher Malla. Done with over number 11. It's 57 for 4.
नयाँ पुस्ताका सपनाहरू थाहै नपाइकन आफ्ना सपनाहरू बनिसकेका हुन्छन् ती सपनाहरूलाई पूरा गर्नुस् खुलेर जिउनुस् सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha your way of quality living.
DHI happier home. Today sahi.
7 and 9 per over and get them over 120, Darren.
Well, a 7 and over I'd take if I was the coach of the Gurkhas. I'd be thinking 7 and over from here. I'd be happy with that. Take us to that 120 mark. I think that's the magic number.
Yeah, he just followed the bat over there. Down the leg side, it's going to be 5 wides, I reckon. Does it have enough legs? Yes, it does. They need to be careful over here, the bowls. They have the game by its grasp. They can't let the momentum shift.
Yeah, that's a poor delivery. You're playing on a pitch. I mean, that is probably one of the worst deliveries I've ever seen in my life. He totally lost rhythm. Came wide of the crease round the wicket and just didn't come out of the hand at all. 5 wides.
And this one kept low. The surface has been a little tricky, and that's Kishore Mahato. He got the first wicket today, Kishore Mahato, of Michael Levitt. Darren, you did see him from close range. What are your thoughts about him?
Well, watched him yesterday and watched him today, and I've been very impressed. I think he's one of those bowlers that comes onto the bat a lot quicker than you would expect. He makes it carry through to the keeper.
Taken, lovely catch at covers. They are celebrating. It's the captain, Anil Kumar Shah. Big wicket here. Harnik over the wicket. And Rashid has to depart. Half the side back in the dugout for the Gurkhas.
Well, he's come back well here, Raniko. After a terrible delivery that went for 5, he's come back well with his round arm, left arm spin. A drive covered, but a wonderful diving catch by Amil. Amazing catch diving forward. That can be very difficult then. Delight for the Bolts. Another much needed wicket. And unfortunately Rashid Khan, he falls for 7. And the Gurkhas 63 for 5 in trouble.
Dan Waite, he's had a couple of 20s in this tournament, but he can hit the ball long and hard. He has to give company to Erasmus. This partnership is key once again. This vital association can help the Gurkhas. But Arniko has settled into a very fine line and length. 1 wicket can really give you the confidence.
Yeah, but let's say partnerships are the key, and they keep saying it, but it's so important on these sort of pitches. Batters coming in find it very difficult to get going. It takes them 5, 6, 7 balls to get used to the pace of the pitch. How much is it turning? How much is it bouncing?
Yeah, they deny that single of the misfield, and that's a very smart decision as well. What an over this has turned out to be. Began with 5 wides, comes back to get a wicket. 6 runs coming off this over. 63 for 5 after 12.
Dish Home, खुशीको कनेक्सन
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha your way of quality living.
क्रिकेटमा जितको मजा र फोनमा टेक्नोको मजा कसैले बिट गर्न सक्दैन because टेक्नो provides best quality, best service and best signal. टेक्नो स्मार्टफोन रोजी
Quick single, and I'll tell you what happened in the last over. We did see Rashid Khan go for that hit because before that, in the previous over, Malla gave away only 3 runs. And that's what happens when the bowler at the other end as well, Darren, helps you. You've got to complement each other.
Absolutely, it's not just about batters putting partnerships together, it's about bowlers creating partnerships and putting pressure on the opposition. You put pressure on the opposition and wickets fall.
It's so important spin has become as this tournament has progressed, Darren.
It is, we've definitely seen that. A lot of turn, a lot of a bounce, and the batters have gradually got to find their way and how to score and get themselves to a reasonable score. And I think 120 is still going to be that target.
Yeah, you can sense that the batters are throwing caution to the winds in the middle.
Yeah, there's some urgency, but the worry is the 5 down. There's still quite a few overs to go. 5 wickets down for the Gurkhas.
Partnership still to grow and blossom. And this is miscued. Cries of catch it yet again. This will take a spectacular effort. And what a catch! You cannot keep them out of action this afternoon. And that's Asif Sheikh, I reckon. That's a brilliant pouch in the deep. They have taken 3 spectacular catches today. And the Janakpur bowls are bringing out brilliance in the middle.
Well, they've been on fire in the field as the Janakpur bolts. They're really now starting to dominate this game. Again, Doubtweight, a nothing shot really. Just trying to flick it through to the leg side, another leading edge, but what a bit of fielding in the deep. Delighted is Mala, the bowler. Grateful, but Doubtweight, there he goes, 1 off just 5 balls. Caught Asif in the deep, 66 for 6.
Welcome to the land of unparalleled beauty. Nepal is a treasure trove, indeed. But at the moment, the Kathmandu Gurkhas are all over the turf. Pratik Shrestha walks out a best of 20 for him team in dire straits. And that ball is turning both ways. Very hard to pick Sher Malla if you're a new batter. Doubtweight as well. It's closed the face of the bat and got a leading edge.
Yeah. A thick edge from Patik, runs away for a 4. Much needed boundary for the Gurkhas.
Yeah, they'll welcome all these runs coming their way. It's 70 for 6 after over number 13.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Dish Home, Khushi ko connection.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahe.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Yeah, that kept low. He had to go deep into his crease. Nicely fielded in the deep. The catching and fielding has been brilliant to the bowls today. They had an off day yesterday, but they've come back well.
Oh, they've been superb in the field. Great energy. I think they were disappointed with yesterday's performance. They know they've got to come out today on fire. One of the favourites for the competition. Had an off day, but they're back on it today. Excellent in the field. 71 for 6, the Gurkhas. A bit of a collapse. They've got to try and get a reasonable total. What can they defend? Where can they get to from here? What can they get to? They need to get a partnership together. They need someone to strike some boundaries, rotate the strike.
Look at that for again an effort in the middle. I've just liked the commitment. It's been brilliant. And there he is. Bring out the smile, sir. That's the happy then sparkling smile. Fan of the match. They're having a whale of a time in the middle. He's seeing himself on the big screen as well, Darren.
He wants to smile. Show those teeth off. Lovely teeth.
Yeah, they say a smile is the curve that sets everything straight, Darren.
Well, why wouldn't you smile when you're at the cricket? A lovely sunny day, beautiful country.
And when the camera is on you and you're on the big screen as well, you've got to bring out that big grin. And right now that grin is missing for the Kathmandu Gurkhas.
It soon changes though in cricket. We've seen you've got to get yourself out of a hole. Got themselves in a deep hole at the moment, the Gurkhas.
Only 4 runs of over number 14. It's become difficult to find the boundaries at the moment. It's 74 for 6.
NPL वा आफ्नो मनपर्ने टिमको एन्थमलाई आफ्नो PRBT सेट गर्नु भयो त? Download Ncell app now or dial *123*6#.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
DHI happier home. Today sahi.
Away, Levitt, Sharkey, Sumit, Rashid flattered to deceive, Dan Doubtweight as well, perished in his bid to accelerate. The Kathmandu Gurkhas winning the toss. They're 74 for 6 after over number 14.
Don't need to go too much. Just,
Yeah, we're over number 15 and we have a slip in place for Raj Banshi. He's 2 for 8 after 3. That's what you have to do when you have your premier bowler in operation. Just back him and give him the field he wants. Great captaincy. There, he beats the bat, but the fielding, the catching of balls has been spectacular today.
Absolutely, and Rajat Banshi has been superb. 2 for 8 from 3.1. Fantastic performer for the Bolts.
Wild swing, this ball is turning. Very smart bowling.
Too many things. Just bowl like that.
And here we go. Beautiful delivery. Turn, bounce. The batter nowhere near it. Nowhere.
Why you are trying too many things? Just bowl normal.
You can just listen to Milanta behind the stumps telling Raj Banshi, why are you trying too hard? Just leave it the way it's coming out of your hand. That's more like it. 4 dots, Darren.
Exactly, and I agree with you. There's no need for variation. Natural variation is the best. He's bowling well, he's turning the ball, the other one's going straight on with the arm. There's no need to try anything special. Just keep using the facilities, put it on a good length and let the pitch do the work.
Yeah, the pressure is building. 5 dot deliveries. That one came in with the arm, the batter looking to play with the turn.
And that's what we're talking about, natural variation. Again, a wonderful pace. Just went on with the arm. Natural variation.
Yet again, great returns for a very, very skilled bowler. He's very good at his craft, Raj Banshi. 2 for 8 into his final delivery of his 4 overs. The pressure was building and it eventually tells. Pratik plays across the line and Raj Banshi strikes. What a champion bowler he is.
You're right there, Raj Banshi, champion, the last ball. Not very intelligent cricket there from the Gurkhas. It's his last delivery of his 4 over spells. But he's given a bit of air, the temptation. 4 overs, Raj Banshi. Excellent figures of 3 for 8. He's delighted, his team are delighted. The Bolts are on fire and Pratik goes for 6 and the score now is a poor 74 for 7.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
More than that. They've been really good, the Bolts. Tightening the screws. Rajbansi 3 for 8 in his 4 overs. Quite incredible figures for the left arm tweaker. Now Karan Casey makes his way to the middle. Someone's got to stick around with Erasmus.
Mawson coming in for his final over. 1 for 15. These are some exceptional bowling figures. They've kept themselves in the contest through and through, the Bolts.
It's not that they've got options, the Bolts. They've got dangerous options. I mean, this man, highly impressive. See why he is the #1 left arm spinner here in Nepal.
Tries to go down the ground and cannot find the boundary. It's Gerard Erasmus, the lone man standing, seen a few wickets go down the other end, and this time he sees himself out as well. Mawson coming in, picks up his 2nd wicket.
I mentioned dangerous options. Is there anything more dangerous than this man with his variations? He was the last hope, really, Gerard Erasmus. Mawson now has 2. Muller still has 2 overs remaining. Erasmus goes for 20. They're almost done, the Gurkhas. 74 for 8.
Bolts are happy. Shahab Alam walks out to the middle. We spoke about dangerous bowling options. We haven't even seen Harsh Tucker. He's picked up wickets regularly for him. Haven't needed him to date. A wicket to Kishore, 3 to Rajbanshi, 2 to Mawson. Everyone except for Jimmy Neesham's now picked up a wicket.
I think the decision here from Gerard Erasmus was, look, I can nudge and nurdle it here for the next 5 overs, but we need runs. Perishes in the cause.
Saying about 120, 130 might end up being a competitive score. At this point, I don't think they're getting there. In fact, they're at risk of being bowled out, the Gurkhas.
That's a long way. 120, 130, that's miles away. But they'll be just hoping that they can get to triple figures at the moment.
Worked into the gap, and it's going to find the boundary. This is a good-looking stroke from the skipper, Karan Casey. Great way to end the over as well. 16 gone, 79 for 8.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
तर यो जित्ती दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Gonna be Mullah coming in for his third, 1 for 10. Tosses this one up, trying to entice. We're going to go down to Andrew Leonard, who's got a special guest with him.
Yes, many thanks, Manali. Joshua Trump was in the team yesterday for that amazing game against the Suda Prashim Royals. Joshua, I want to ask you about that, the crowd. How did you deal with it out there? It was huge.
Yeah, the crowd was phenomenal yesterday. Definitely the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of. And yeah, the noise level was just amazing, especially being at 9 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I phoned my brother after the game and he was like, what did these people do? 9 a.m. in the morning and the whole stadium is packed out. But yeah, it was just incredible to be a part of it, and yeah, really stoked to play the game.
What was it like in the first innings, where I actually thought you did really well with the ball, 120 odd? You felt that was a good effort?
Yeah, I think from the previous few games, like restricting a team to 120 would look like a really good effort. Didn't look like it was playing too many tricks. I mean, the ball, a few balls did misbehave, but yeah, we thought it was going to be a pretty comfortable chase.
It turned out to be the opposite, didn't it? I know you'll have been disappointed to lose, but even just to get out there, hit that 6, you were the top scorer in the innings, you must have been delighted to contribute.
Yeah, I mean, it's you never want to be on the sidelines, so it was definitely cool to go out there and experience a bit of the atmosphere, and yeah, it was obviously good to hit a ball for 6, but yeah, it was disappointing that my innings ended so short.
You're still just a teenager, Joshua. So we get to the end here of the 17th over, the score 80 for 8. What's it like coming to a country like Nepal, somewhere you've never been before, and getting to play franchise cricket?
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically living my dream at the moment, coming and playing a franchise tournament, especially at my age. But yeah, just learning from all the guys in my team, learning from coaches like Pubudu. Yeah, it's just a great experience for me, and hopefully I can take what I've learned here into back home to America and can help me with my career, yeah.
Let me ask you about some of your teammates. Mohammed Mohsin, you know well, from the United States, but playing with Jimmy Neesham, and then some of the local players, Asif Sheikh, Anil Shah, Lala Rajbanshi is the leading wicket taker in the tournament.
Yeah, no, I've loved playing with these guys. I mean, like you said, I've played with Mohsin and a couple of the internationals, but yeah, just getting to know Ben, I've worked a bit with him in the nets, and yeah, we've shared a bit with each other on how we could approach it on this wicket, and also with Jimmy. I'm hoping I can get a round of golf with him tomorrow and I'll pick his brains. But yeah, the local talent has been phenomenal. I've been so impressed, especially with Anil and Asif. They really carry the flag well here in Nepal. But yeah, seeing bowlers like Mala and Mahato, how well they've done throughout the tournament has been fantastic.
Final question, are your eyes really on the playoffs and maybe that grand final on the 21st of December? What's the mood in the camp like for it?
Yeah, the mood is really good. It would be nice to lift the trophy. I know we got a lot of fans here and back home in Janakpur, so hopefully we can bring the championship back home to Janakpur.
Joshua, we love watching your journey. I'm so proud of what you're doing. You're 19 years of age. You're doing a great job. Wish you all the best. Guys, back up to you.
Thank you so much, Lenny. Very well spoken for a young man as well. Joshua Trump. Use of the feet goes over the bowler's head, and he's going to find the boundary. Great looking stroke from Karan Casey.
This is just time down the ground. It's like a bunt. No big flourish. Strong man.
Backing away this time, inside out, through the offside, and it goes all the way for 6. Starting to open up those shoulders, Karan Casey, and in good time. Not a lot of overs to come now.
All of a sudden, that 120 is not looking so far away anymore. Do well to get there. Great shot. Really good shot. Gave himself a little bit of room. That's always a vacant area there over extra cover's head.
Dropping extra cover deep. Bringing in the sweeper cover. And this time worked into the leg side. They'll pick up a single, and it's going to end the 18th. The Gurkhas 94 for 8.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Tapayko, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozo.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Tidy last over for the Gurkhas. Karan KC putting on some runs. It's the tallest tower so far. They sit at 94 for 8 with 2 overs to come. 120, 130. They get that on the cards, and the Bolts are going to have to bat really well.
And the right man's on strike. He was clever enough, smart enough, Karan Casey, to just get a single off that final ball after a couple of boundaries in that over.
Heave down the ground. And they decide against the second. The fielding's been good, hasn't it? 2 really good catches.
The catching's been good. I think over the course of the competition, there's been quite a number of fumbles in the outfield when outfielders have been put under pressure. One might think, well, it's a bumpy outfield. It's not that bad at all. Just sometimes they go with one hand rather than 2.
Into the leg side again, and again just the 1 run. We've seen a few bump off knees as well when they go down on 1 knee. Long barrier.
Well, I'm not even trying to find a boundary. Captain's obviously said to him, look, bat on ball, run, let me be the one that looks for boundaries.
Worked off the pads. Again, they're rotating the strike well. An over and a half to come.
Been some good catching. And that's one of the toughest catches to take when you're running away from the field of play. And that diving forward also not easy. Coming in off the long off boundary. Just the technique behind the catch and the dive to ensure that the elbows don't hit the ground first.
Short arm jab. And he does find the boundary, Alam. Lot of power on this one.
Oh, good strike. There's a wry smile etched across the face of Alam after he's nudged and nurdled his captain on strike. He's decided, well, this is too short and there's not enough pace on it. I'm going to have a swat. Yo, it brings up the 100.
Really well bowled. Full and wide Yorker. Great for the death.
Always a look of surprise from a batter when the umpire doesn't extend his arms out and signalling wide, but another good decision inside the wide line.
Here with their drums, the Gurkhas fans. Well bowled again. It's a dot to finish the 19th. It's a 101 for 8.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
DHI Happier Home. Today's है
जहाँ पनि रमपम छँदैछ नि, रमपम छँदैछ नि।
Tapaico, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozo.
Innings push us close to that 110 and even higher if they can. Karan Casey, 19 off 12. The captain seeing the ball well. 2 4s, 1 6 so far from him. And it's going to be Sher Mullah to finish his spell and to finish the innings. That's going to be a wicket. Down the track, completely missing the ball, Karan Casey. And well bowled, Sher Mullah. They're 9 down.
Such a tricky customer, Sher Mullah. He has the ability to bowl the carom ball, the one that goes back in towards the right-hander as well. That one goes away. The mystery spinner has mystified Karan Casey. He has his second. Casey goes for 19. It's 101 for 9.
Five deliveries to go. And this has come in sharply. The lone person appealing, the bowler. Parsa's not out.
I wonder if he thought that this just hit the pad first. It skips on. Just at the last moment drops the bat on it. The pitch Kandal.
Blighted this time. He tries to go down the ground. He does not have the distance. And it's going to be yet another wicket. They've been bowled out, the Kathmandu Gurkhas. They managed just 101 in their 19.3 overs as they're bowled out. They're bowled out with 3 deliveries to spare. Sher Mullah picking up 2 wickets in his final over. And this may not be enough to bring them a win.
He's just too good, I'm afraid, for tail-enders. Sher Mullah with all his variations. Well, the Gurkhas yesterday, they defended a low total and emerged victorious. Today, they have an even lower one to defend against the very powerful side, the Bolts. They're going to have their work cut out, the Gurkhas, that's for sure. You think that 101 would be nowhere near enough. Nothing to really speak of. A start for Eskenazi, and also the Namibian captain Gerard Erasmus with his 20. Karan Casey promised at the back end with some lusty blows, but eventually bundled out for 101.
The bowling's been very effective. Mahato picking up a wicket alongside Yadav. Mohsin picks up 2. And both Sher Mullah and Lalit Rajabanshi outstanding. 3 wickets each. And some really good economies as well. They make easy work of the batting. The Gurkhas never really stood a chance as they kept on losing regular wickets.
That was Michael Levitt and Stephen Eskenazi who opened the innings. And there's a couple of overthrows to get them underway. A lusty blow from Michael Levitt before he was dismissed. Wonderful catch, this backpedaling, running towards the stands and hanging on to a beauty. Jimmy Neesham was caressed through the covers by Stephen Eskenazi and then lambasted through mid-wicket before Pimshaki was undone by the very impressive Mohammad Mohsin. Eskenazi didn't look happy, but on closer inspection you felt that that was plum in front. Maharajan got an absolute beauty before Erasmus started to build some form of respectability.
Kandel not able to get off the mark. And that was the final wicket. This was the final wicket of Karan Casey. Holds out to the deep. When we come back, the Bulls need 102 of 20 overs. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with the chase.
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
डिस्कोमा खेलको मजा छ बेग्लै हरेक खेल हेरिन्छ साथी होस् या एक्लै
Dish Home, खुशीको connection.
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
जहाँ पनि रम्पम छँदैछ नि रम्पम छँदैछ नि
Himstar for a complete home.
Sport is in our DNA.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा लगानी किन गर्ने आफ्नो बच्चाको उज्जवल भविष्यको लागि आनन्दसँग रिटायरमेन्ट बिताउनको लागि आफ्नो सपनाको घर बनाउनको लागि लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनको लागि त्यसैले सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा हरेक महिना सानो सानो लगानी गरी लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनुहोस् सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी आज एसआईपी भोलि वीआईपी
भाइ दुईटा चिसो रेड बुल गर्दिनु न
भाइ रेड बुल
के दिएको यो रेड बुल भनेपछि रेड बुलले चाहिन्छ
रेड बुल असली नै रोजा
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आएको रकम
वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
And the winner of Miss Nepal World 2023 is Miss DHI, Sricha Pradhan.
नमस्कार, म मिस नेपाल र मिस DHI श्रिचा प्रधान मेरो यो जितको खुसीमा मलाई साथ दिने DHI ले हजुरहरूको घरमा पनि धेरै खुसी ल्याउनेछ Wishing you all a happier home.
DHI, happier home. छुट्टै छ है
NPL Live को unlimited excitement तपाईकै हातमा Catch the live stream, highlights, NPL packs, free tickets, games and more from NPL with Ncell app. Download Ncell app now.
Himstar for a complete home.
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
NPL वा आफ्नो मनपर्ने टिमको एन्थमलाई आफ्नो PRBT सेट गर्नु भयो त? Download Ncell app now or dial *123*6#.
Himsta for a complete home.
Neoco world-class range of solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र ग्यास हब्सले तपाईं र तपाईंको घरको पूर्ण रूपमा केयर गर्छ किनकि नियोले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ।
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Himsta for a complete home.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Himsta for a complete home.
I dare to express myself freely. I dare to aim with precision. I dare to explore new paths, fueled by ambition and unshakable focus. I dare to imagine a world where innovation isn't just a concept, but a reality. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
फसेनी हैन बाहिर यसरी भित्र जान त गाह्रो छ। हैन हैन इजी
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
नयाँ पुस्ताका सपनाहरू थाहै नपाइकन आफ्ना सपनाहरू बनिसकेका हुन्छन्। ती सपनाहरूलाई पूरा गर्नुस्, खुलेर जिउनुस्। सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स, खुलेर जियौं।
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
Himstar for a complete home.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
And the winner of Miss Nepal World 2023 is Miss DHI, Sricha Pradhan.
नमस्कार म मिस नेपाल र मिस DHI श्रिचा प्रधान मेरो यो जितको खुशीमा मलाई साथ दिने DHI ले हजुरहरूको घरमा पनि धेरै खुशी ल्याउनेछ Wishing you all a happier home.
DHI, happier home. छुट्टै छ है नियोको वर्ल्ड क्लास रेन्जको सोलर वाटर हिटर्स वाटर प्युरिफायर्स चिम्नीज र ग्यास हब्सले तपाईं र तपाईंको घरको पूर्ण रूपमा केयर गर्छ किनकि नियोले बुझेको छ योर वे अफ क्वालिटी लिभिङ
Himstar for a complete home.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
I dare to express myself freely. I dare to aim with precision. I dare to explore new paths, fueled by ambition and unshakable focus. I dare to imagine a world where innovation isn't just a concept, but a reality. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
At the Bank Nepal Premier League, powered by Ncell, continues to sprint on. We're into match 21 now of the campaign. We're 3/4 of the way through the group stages. We're live from the TU International Cricket Ground. Kathmandu Gurkhas, they won the toss earlier on and they decided to have a bat first. It's almost as though the trend is inversed, isn't it? Initially all the captains wanted to bowl, now they all seem to want to have a bat, but it didn't do them too much good as they've only ended up with 101 on the board. Karen Casey and Herod Erasmus and Stephen Eskenazi, the only three to get to double figures. 10 wickets fell in all. Let's get a look at them. Certainly was a reasonable start. They were 19 for none at one stage, but Michael Levitt hauled out to a good catch from the skipper Anil Sai, who I think took 5 catches altogether. Andrew Leonard here with you. Got Darren Goff joining me. Lalit Rajbanshi then wove his magic, the tournament's leading wicket taker.
Was absolutely ball absolutely beautifully, turned the ball, he had a good one going straight on as well, and he bamboozled the Kathmandu Gurkhas. Here he goes, another one there, beautiful catch in the covers there. He had a bit of everything and it carried on. They tried to power their way out of it, the Gurkhas, but some excellent fielding from the Bolts.
I thought that catch was the pick of them from Asif Sheikh, no doubt about that. Rajbanshi continued along his merry way. What a time of things he is having. And then Who else would it have been but the captain again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 catches altogether he took. It's a record actually in domestic cricket here in Nepal. And the little carambole, or the little one that goes away from Shermala, proved far too good for Karan Casey. And Dipesh Kandel, he holed out to Anil Shah, who took yet another catch. You ever take 5 catches in a game?
I would very much doubt it. 2 would have been a remarkable effort.
Well, you didn't need to take catches. You did too much with the ball and with the bat on occasion, I remember well as well. 3 wickets apiece for Shermala and Lalit Rajbanshi. Mala's mystery spin starting to come into its own in the competition as the wickets start to take more and more turn, as we've seen, well, particularly over the last 72 hours, really since you've arrived actually, Darren. But all is not lost for the Kathmandu Gurkhas, because remember, it was less than 24 hours ago, wasn't it? Well, a little bit more than 24 hours ago now, but yesterday morning the bolts are bowled out for 51. So Asif Sheikh and Anil Shah will look to get off to a solid start and make short work of this low total, but there is hope there for the Gurkhas.
You've always got to believe there's hope. We've seen some of the scores the last couple of days, they've been pretty low, and batting second has been difficult.
Sorry, Darren, actually a change in the batting order. Now, Anil Shah and Asif Sheikh have been ever present at the top, but they've decided to have a switch. Lahiru Malantha is going to replace Anil Shah. He'll come up and open the batting. I think this is purely for tactical reasons. They fancy a left-hand, right-hand combination up at the top. He's having a good tournament, the man originally from Sri Lanka, now residing in the United States of America. And he'll actually take strike for the first ball too, probably trying to counteract the left-arm spin of Shahab Alam and Dipesh Kandel.
Plus, I think, again, we've talked about it, but the power play, 2 out, I think it's the time you've got to score the runs, and I think it's going to be more evident as we go along that you've got to try and score as many as you can in those first 6 overs.
And even though it's a left-hander, the Gurkhas will stick with left-arm spin to open with. I wonder will Malantha take it on. 2 fielders outside the circle, all set for the chase. And those 2 fielders at long on, and then also at deep mid-wicket, so both on the leg side. A really tight ring field on the offside. Pretty standard fare for a left-arm spinner to a left-hander.
Absolutely, you shouldn't get it through the offside really with the ball turning and bouncing as it is. And the safe option as well for the left-handed batter is to hit with the spin. Right, there's always something, you can nudge it around the corner for one with the field has got set at the moment. But the gamble shot is the reverse hit with all the men up on the offside.
And the shorter side, remember, as well. I tell you, brave one. I think Malantha will just look to work it into the leg side, but that's why mid-wicket is such a key position. So you need to get your best fielder in there. That's why Herod Erasmus is there.
100% agree with you. That is such an important fielder to a spinner. Really got to be your best fielder in there, stopping one, covering a large area.
But you can clip it over the head of that mid-wicket fielder, and he's just about done enough there out there. Doubt thought it had gone over his head, but he gets a fingertip and saves 2.
Actually, a nice little shot this from Malantha. He realised he couldn't clear the boundary, didn't quite get there, just clipped it over the top for a nice couple of runs. There we go, just a nice little batting. Absolutely 100% meant to do that. And nearly ran past it there, the fielder.
Now that's a shot that can get you in trouble. Slip in place. And again, we've seen some, particularly Rajbanshi and plenty of other left-arm spinners opening the bowling, just getting it to skid on. If that skids on, that'll bring Michael Levitt at first slip into play. Change in the field now. The man at mid-wicket's going to come round to a backward square leg, and the man in the deep will go much straighter at deep mid-wicket. And as a consequence, it's the easiest single you could ever imagine that you can turn into 2 with good running. That's clever cricket, I must say, by Lahiru Malantha, exploiting the change in the field. 4 from the first over. 4 for
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers. चिम्नीज र ग्यास हब्सले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Top 4 advance to the playoffs. Top 2 get 2 chances to go to the grand final on Saturday the 21st of December. Big problem for these bottom 4, particularly if the Gurkhas were to lose today. Look at those net run rates. Even if they get to 6 points, they're going to need something to drastically change. It's going to be so difficult, isn't it, unless you get to 8 points to get into that top 4.
It is. It's shaping up nicely though, the MPL. Erasmus, big call coming in. Very, very good cricketer. Good player with bat, ball, and excellent in the field. Can he get the breakthrough for the Gurkhas?
Are some of the teams getting a little carried away with the conditions, Goffey? We've seen a lot of wickets fall to seamers as well. Yesterday's hero, yesterday's player of the match was Karen KC.
It does. It's a strange one, isn't it? I think we see the ball turning and we see the ball bouncing, but seamers are not out of the game. On these sort of pitches where you can use cutters and ball it into the pitch, you can be very effective, especially in the middle overs. The middle overs, when the fielders are, you've got a couple of fielders out and you've got a bit of protection, you can bowl a lot of cutters into the pitch and the odd one might skid through low. You're in the game, and he's proven there's been a lot of seamers, as you said, taking wickets.
Think about that Kings performance. I know they'll be devastated to have lost on the super over, but stars of the show were Pratish GC with 4 for and Chris Soul with 2 for. He was on a hat-trick. He'd be frustrated as a fast bowler not being tossed the ball, but in this case it's Karen KC not giving himself a bowl.
I agree. You've just got to be careful you don't get too carried away with all spinners in your attack, and it's easy. The temptation's there because we've seen it's dry, the sun's out.
Now, was there anything on this? We'll find out in the next over. We'll come back to that. 2 from Erasmus's first. It's 6 for none.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्. तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Is there anything on this? Look at Erasmus's reaction.
Oh, definitely edge. Definite edge. Clever bowling from Erasmus as well. He bowled it from behind the stumps.
Erasmus is not the kind to react unless it was a definite chance. That's all that really did it for me. It's so tough for the keeper because it's right off the toe end of the bat. So Asif Sheikh has been dropped by the keeper. As KC does bring himself on, maybe he's listening to you and I up here in the commentary box, Coffee.
Well, he should do as well. I mean, coming off the back of a 4-4 the last game, Karen KC, it's his 5th match, he's took 6 wickets, an average of 15. Probably a little bit expensive, 7 runs per over, over 7 runs per over, but that 4 for 16 in the last match has put him back in with a good average.
Just over the head of the mid-off fielder. Erasmus seems to be everywhere, he's always involved. Malantha doesn't mind taking the aerial route because he's in such good form.
And it's the way to go, and this is the only risk with seam into the attack. Pace on the ball, fielders up, and you can just hit through the line if you're confident. This is where the bowler has to be clever, and just remember it is a pitch where you've got to mix up the pace.
Just want to bring your attention to one thing. That's Raju Rijal. Many will remember him as the captain of the Nepal under-19 team in the 2016 World Cup that had the likes of Lamachane and had such success beating New Zealand, getting through to the knockout stages. They had a wonderful tournament in Bangladesh. Now, I believe he's on the field in place of Stephen Eskenazi, who's had his problems, hasn't he, with the gloves. Can only presume that it's an injury. I don't see Eskenazi out there, and because the only other foreign player, it's supposed to be foreign for foreign if you have a sub-fielder, but because it's Nathan Souter and because Eskenazi's got a specific set of skills, you can't ask Souter to take the gloves. So Raju Rijal has got them on and may have them for the whole second innings.
I'm glad you cleared that one up. Decent delivery from KC. Here we go. Nice, lovely run up he's got. Probably pitched outside leg. The batter advancing down the pitch. Nah, it's not out. Sorry about that. You've got to try, though. Trying to defend. A low total.
It would have been a bit harsh to ask Nathan Souter. Tell him you're not in the 11. We don't want your leg breaks, but we need you to stick the gloves on for the first time. So a bit of common sense has been applied. Sometimes they just ask the captain of the opposition, don't they? And the captain will usually say, spirit of cricket, that's okay. We know it's a genuine injury. We don't mind if he takes the gloves. We're talking about those 4 wickets that Karen KC took yesterday. How impressed were you with them?
Well, very impressed, to be fair. Came on at a difficult time. Yeah, listen, you could have a bit of luck at that point. Caught on the boundary, but you take it. Again, that was a superb delivery. That was a big, big one. And then again, caught in the deep. Good bit of fielding, running to the right. And there's the final one. Another one caught mid-wicket. 4 for 16 from 4 overs. Delighted. And he ended up claiming MOM.
Yeah, you did feel a little bit, didn't you, for the small fella, Dipesh Cannell, who I thought bowled nicely too. Could have been either of them. It was probably a 50-50 call. As I'll get a quick single. Think he was just going to get there. Asif Sheiky's very quick. 5 from KC's first. It's 11 for none.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
जहाँ पनि रम्पम छँदैछ नि रम्पम छँदैछ नि
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Qualified into the top 4. They'll also, being honest with you, have essentially 1 foot in the first or second spot, although there are a few permutations. Malanta goes over the offside, hitting with the spin, over pitch by Erasmus. That's a fine stroke. It's a Super 4 powered by Ncell 4G.
Well, there you go. Definitely powered. A power shot. Hit with the spin. Beautiful, beautiful stroke. Look at this. Beautiful. Head down. Over cover. Hitting with the spin. And again, safe. No fielders out there. Runs away for a boundary. Much needed. The Bolts have got off to a good start here. 15 for none.
Much flatter this time. Yeah, you do sense that every batter that has thrived here, maybe with the exception of Scott Edwards, who kind of came in straight off the plane and straight away got used to the conditions. They've spent some time out there. Malanta, Rohit Powell. They've got used to the conditions and they have the confidence to take on a stroke like that, to go in the air, to say, I know that's in my zone, I'm going to go over the top whilst the fielding restrictions are in play.
Yep, safe shot for me. I mean, if you're going to hit a cross-bat shot, it's got to be a sweep. We've seen that being very successful today. But if you're going to hit, like we've just seen there from Malanta, hit with the spin over extra, especially with the fielders up.
In spite of all the talk about the conditions, as a coach, Darren, do the same basic cricketing philosophies apply? You almost just need to play old school cricket, do you?
Absolutely, and partnerships, I've said it many times on air today, but partnerships are such a key. They keep building because people coming in, new batter coming in on these sort of surfaces need 6, 7, 8 deliveries, and then that's suddenly when the pressure builds, and that's when you see the wickets fall.
Bit of a case of back to basics, isn't it?
It's taking responsibility. Don't leave it to someone else in your side. You need one player to get... you're chasing 102, right? You need one player to get you 45, 50, and the rest will follow. That's all you need, and that's how you should play the game.
Certainly a better start than yesterday when they were 51 all out. 4 overs bowled, it's 18 for none.
विदेश घुमघामको फन एनसेल रोमिङले थप्छ छन् बेस्ट रोमिङ प्याक्स रु 100 देखि सुरु डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123#.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
DHI happier home. Today sahay.
Particularly contrasting to that Wednesday sellout. Sudar Prashim fans have really lit up this tournament, haven't they? KC will continue, can't beat the man in the circle. Given the propensity of success for the spinners, is the absence of Nathan Souter for a second consecutive day. I spoke to him this morning, there is no injury. Is that a real surprise?
I think it's a surprise. I think he's played around the world in some of the T20 competitions. I think if he's not going to play in these conditions, he's never, he's never going to play. The ball's turning, but it's keeping faith in the kind of chosen 11 they're going with.
I hope he doesn't mind me sharing what he was saying. I think what he's been told is that it's because of the fact that Douthwaite offers some runs with the bat, whereas Souter, I think he's maybe one of the best leg wrist spinners in the UK after the likes of Adil Rashid, of course. But the problem is he doesn't offer anything with the bat, and they're almost kind of, rather than sticking or twisting, they're saying, okay, we'll go for a bit of both.
They're going for the safe option, right? And you've got to go for the guy that's going to win you the game. And for me, a wrist spinner on there can win you the game.
Is there a tickle on it? Malanta doesn't even wait for the decision. It's an ultraviolet ballistic moment of the day because Karen Casey strikes. A good catch held by Raju Rijal, and Malanta falls.
Yeah, we just said seamer in the game. It might be a turn in pitches, but the seamers keep picking up wickets. He advances down the pitch, just a little movement away from the left-hander, and a catch straight through to the keeper. The breakthrough is there for the Gurkhas. The Bolts lose their first wicket, and it's Malanta, 16 from 20 balls.
It's a good kit, isn't it? In fact, I reckon we might have the two best kits in the competition here. The Bolts with that flash of thunder, and the Gurkhas, all those army warriors inspiring the black and gold.
Oh, absolutely. 100% with you. These are the best two kits in the competition. If you are buying your kids a kit, the two are on show today.
Been some lovely initiatives as well, as we see the captain come to the crease, Anil Shah. Can't remember which of the teams is donating 200 rupees from every kit sale to charitable causes. We've seen eco initiatives, we've seen the plight of glaciers brought to the attention by the Pokhara Avengers from that beautiful city, the second largest city in Nepal. And also, of course, we've seen the plight of the snow leopard brought to the attention of the world with Jeet, our official mascot. And there's not just one of them here, there's 4 of them all around the TU as KC will continue. Slip in place. Can you imagine seeing a snow leopard?
Oh, I'd love to see a snow leopard. I love nature, love animals. But to be fair, they'll be a bit warm, those snow leopards walking around the ground here. The sun is shining. They need to be up in the mountains. And I think the Chitwan rhinos as well donate money. I think it might be for their kits as well, for conservation up in Chitwan. So I might actually go up there on one of my days off. I've been talking about going to see the one-horn rhinos.
I told you about that Chitwan National Park, world famous.
I'm thinking of going up there. It's a little flight, I think, isn't it? 20 minutes?
I think you'll need to get in a plane. It could take 6 hours. Oh, this is close. This is very close. No. The umpire says bat involved.
Yeah, I think there was a tickle. I think he might be right.
No bat for me, Goffey.
Well, the bat is showing. He thinks he hit it. The umpire agrees with him. Disappointment from Cannon. He thought he'd done the breakthrough again, a double breakthrough in the over.
I'm not sure if there was any bat involved there, and if there wasn't, was it going on to crash into middle and leg?
Possibly. Possibly.
I can assure you, if you were bowling, you'd still be appealing.
Oh, I'd still be appealing now.
Shake down the ground. Erasmus! Oh, he's never dropping that! Gerard Erasmus, what a cricketer you are! Bat ball and in the field. Surely the catch of the day.
Absolutely, we've been talking about how good a cricketer Erasmus is. With a bat in hand, with a ball in hand, and in the field, he's a gun. And that's a huge, huge wicket. Again, the skipper delivers the seamer. Tries to hit him over the top. He's walking back, and there he goes. Look at that for the catch. Magnificent moment for the Gurkhas. He brings them back into this game. The skipper is happy. He's having that one. You're out, my friend. He goes. Asif Sheikh goes for 2, and it's 90 for 2 now for the Bolts.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
DHI happier home छुट्टै छ है
आजका मोडर्न गर्लको कन्फिडेन्टको एउटा आधार सफ्टी स्यानिटरी न्यापकिन्स विङ्स टु फ्लाइ हाई मिल्दो जुल्दो नामसँग नचुकिनु होला पातको चिन्ह भएको सफ्टी नै रोज्नु होला
Himstar for a complete home.
Themselves in a straightforward chase. They need 83 in 90. Captain Anil in the middle is batting on a runner ball. 1 run at the moment. 2 new batters. Harsh Thakur has walked out. He's had some runs in this campaign. As it's going to be Dan Dotwaite now to bowl from the com box and some medium pacers. What a match. Once again, evenly poised in the balance. Bolts 1 win away from what will be a big moment for them as they'll cruise into the top 4. But standing in their way right now are the Gurkhas, though fresh from a win last evening as well. Once again, a privilege to welcome Sridhar and Sriram in the com box.
What a game we're having on hand. They defended 103 yesterday. The Gurkhas are in line to defend the same score today.
Yeah, and just for the benefit of our viewers, we'll take a look at how that wicket fell as well. Karan Casey, what a wonderful bowler he's turned out to be for Nepal in recent
Big
years.
appeal in the last ball, and then he deceived Asif Sheikh with that slower ball. Good catch from Gerard Erasmus. Never easy running back, those ones. And they're back in the game, and who better to get them back into the game than the skipper Karan Casey. Gerard Erasmus has been so good.
Yeah, struck on the pads, but that was drifting down leg. They'll go up in the air at the moment. They're high on adrenaline, not the Gurkhas.
Ashtakar didn't bowl today. He's got a role to play with the bat. 81 required now from 88 balls. Run rate's not a problem at the moment, but can they keep the wickets in hand? Can they stitch a partnership? They need a partnership for sure.
Very interesting phase in the game. Couple of wickets here for the Gurkhas, and they'll want to believe they have an opening here. Yeah, Thakur gets off the mark. Big shout out to Sridharan Sriram. It's his final stint in NPL Season 1 because he's heading back to India, prior commitments. But Sri, on behalf of the production commentators, it's been a privilege working alongside you, not just as a professional, but as a wonderful person that you've been, Sri. We'll miss you.
Thank you so much, Mikhail. Yeah, I think it's been a great experience and what fun we've had together. And thank you to, big shout out to Can. I think they've done a phenomenal job in, putting this tournament together. And I just can't wait to see the day when Nepal cricket becomes a test playing nation and go for higher honors in the World Cups. I mean, there's so much potential and the people are so friendly. And one good thing about Can is that their heart is in the right place. The people who are running the cricket here, their heart is in the right place, and that's the most important part. And once people who know the game, who've played the game, run it, and their heart is in the right place, I think there's no limit to what you can achieve. And the day is not far off when this tournament is really going to pick up. Very best wishes to Can and very best wishes to everyone. And thank you for having me here as well.
Yeah, it's an emotional farewell for all of us in the comm box because it's been wonderful as well, and the fans to have enjoyed your commentary. Yeah, it's been brilliant. Who knows the surface much more than Sridharan Sriram? You know the wickets best out here, Sri.
I enjoyed my pitch reports every day. It's been very good, and I must give a shout out to Mamun Bhai as well. He's given me so much input every day before I do my reports. So yeah, he's worked hard on these surfaces. It's not been easy when you have back-to-back games. So it's been an amazing time that we've all had, and I'll definitely miss everyone.
Well, we echo the same sentiments. Yeah, it's been an absolute honor, privilege sharing the mic with you. 23 for 2, over number 6. Doubtweight has conceded only 4 so far. Yeah, Thakur is pushing for that single and he'll get it as well. Finally gets off the mark. 5 runs of over number 6. We're done with the power plays. It's 24 for 2.
सिटिजन लाइफको क्रिटिकल केयर प्लस लिएको छु जसले रोग लागेको थाहा हुने बित्तिकै 50 लाखसम्मको औषधि उपचार खर्च दिन्छ
त्यो उपचार खर्च अब सिटिजन लाइफले गर्छ
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Himstar for a complete home.
Sport is in our DNA.
DHI happier home. Today sahi.
Side in the first 6. We're done with the power plays. The field restrictions have been lifted. And now the bowlers as well will want to just have a breather too. Still ahead the bowls at the moment, Shri. 78 of 84, 8 wickets in hand.
Just get a feeling, Mikhail, that, their confidence has taken a bit of a hit after that last game when they were bowled out for 51.
Dipesh Kandel, 3 for 6 last evening. Just ran through the batting lineup and gave Kathmandu Gurkhas their win. Struck very early in the power plays, has been introduced late in this match.
Asif Sheikh is going through a bit of a lean patch. Anil Kumar Shah coming at 3 this game, not opening. That's a good shot. Will he get the boundary? Yes, he will. That's a Super 4 powered by Encel, and they need many more of this. That's a good shot, and such a productive shot in the last couple of days. Those who can sweep well can get a lot of value. It's a good shot, well stretched out, hit well in front of square, and that beat Dan Braithwaite for pace.
Yeah, should have been stopped. Of course, it was travelling. Struck very hard. Once again, he's employing the sweep shot to good effect. This time he'll fetch a single. How important is Anil Kumar's wicket? He has a 50 in the tournament, a 40 as well. Just gone quiet in the last couple of games. But yeah, the captain has to lead from the front in this chase.
I just said that earlier, that their confidence must have taken a dent when they got bowled out for 51. And they need a partnership now, a match-winning partnership. They win this, and they're suddenly back to their very best. They qualify, and then they look forward to the playoffs. But a defeat today will be a huge setback for them, and a hard one to recover from, especially going into the business end of the tournament. So in that sense, I think this is a very important innings, and this is a very important partnership. Jimmy Neesham to come, we all know.